to traumatize your kids for life. Let's go.
We are the chosen. This is the age of Aquarius. The times are right for us to take back our chariots. Burning brighter than the Amazon fire. Shoot engineers sell us like Judas Iscariot. Various words that's leading us to soldier sacrifice.
Wholeness and balance, family. Thank you for tuning in today. My name is Nick, aka Nick the Mystic, and we're coming live from you from my car once again. I'm gonna start doing this. This is cool. I love being able to just share my thoughts and while I'm driving. That's usually when I'm talking to God or my higher self or universe, whatever you want to call it. So why not roll the camera and share my thoughts, share some of the things that are on my heart. And clearly by the title, by the opening message, and very suitable, how to traumatize your children. Do you want to know how to cause lasting damage for the life? This is not the video that's going to teach you to do that. This is going to be the opposite. I think as a society, I think as people, it's so easy to fall into the default frame of mind of what your parents did right and did wrong. And I think that happens at a subconscious level where a lot of the similar traits that you see from parents get passed on to their children, obviously through genetics, but also through behavior modifications, through the ways that the different things that happen in life, different traumas or whatever it may be on the positive and on the negative spectrum. And I think a lot of times as parents, I'm a father of two beautiful, healthy girls, one of which is in the car with me right now and not having a very good day. And it's days like today that it's really easy to lose your stuff as a parent and snap and get angry and aggravated, especially when you're sleep deprived. Come on, sweetheart. I know, we'll put your shoe on when we get home. She's freaking out because she wants to put her shoe on, and she keeps taking it off and putting it on and taking it off. It's one of those days. So we wake up and it's stop. No more, no baby, no more. She is so tired. But this is why I wanted to record this video today, because I'm having one of those days, one of those rough days. You wake up, you're exhausted, your daughter's not in a good mood, she's screaming, and all you can think is, I just need 2 seconds to just think to myself. I can't even hear myself think. It's so crazy. In these moments, while your daughter's screaming, take a deep breath. Be grateful for the gifts that you're bestowed. A beautiful child. Although she's having a hard day, she's tired, it's hot, it's 107 degrees out today in California. Good old HARP, H-A-A-R-P, look that up. It's easy as parents to fall into a default mindset of getting frustrated and taking it out on your children. We do that naturally as human beings. And it's known in psychology terms. Hold on, babe. Hold on. No more. No more. Look at the tree. Wow, what's that? It's known in psychology terms as projection. And the things that are troubling you, the issues that you're dealing with, a lot of times people will trigger those within you because of things that they do. And you project that onto other people. You project your own sense of anger for yourself or resentment of things that you've done. And you put that on other people, and especially on your children. A lot of times unconsciously. And the damage that is done by that is extremely detrimental. I've heard it said by Bruce Lipton, who's an epidemiologist. Check him out if you get a chance, because he dives incredibly deep on the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. destined to continue to run that program at a subconscious level, so that we're basically reliving those experiences up until we die, essentially, unless we can unplug, uninstall, and reinstall new programs. Those programs are going to continually run, and from when you're in your third trimester in the womb up until you're 5, you're at that brave frequency of where you're highly suggestible, and everything that happens in life becomes your programs that are installed within your subconscious mind. And after that point, you basically run on autopilot. Your subconscious takes over, and at a subconscious level, I'm saying subconscious a lot because that's a very key term in this video. Your subconscious essentially plays out those traumas for you in different ways in your life. You'll have, say maybe you had, I don't know, you had an abusive father, or maybe you had an alcoholic father or something. And, as a daughter, you had that as an example. It wouldn't be a surprise that a lot of the men, most of the men you end up dating will probably end up having drinking problems. And I don't know, there's definitely lives to go astray, for our ways to become crooked, because we operate on a default program that's running at a subconscious level that until you become aware of it, you can't address the issue at hand. You can't resolve the exterior issues because it's an internal problem. So this is a call today to all those parents. If you are a parent out there, share your experience with me. Drop a comment down below. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Please show your boy some love. I'm brand new at this, so I'm getting myself out there. I want to put out words of life, words of encouragement, words of hope. And this video is a video of accountability, especially to myself. I'm speaking to the choir here. These are all things. Excuse me. These are all things that I meditate on a consistent basis. And again, I just want to share it with the world because these are things that get overlooked. These are things that parents don't talk to other parents about. You know, we talk about our stress with our kids and the things that trouble us, and you know, sometimes the good things, or a lot of times the good things, but we don't talk about the real struggles as parents. And you know, I heard it best said by my father-in-law: kids don't come with an instruction manual. You know, it's crazy because everything in life requires a license. You want to drive, you need to get a license. You want to cook, you need to get a food handler's license. You know, everything in life requires some kind of certificate of authenticity. But yet, as a parent, you could just go into this thing blindly. You know, you could be a raging alcoholic, have a kid, and the hospital just turns your kid loose. Like, okay, good luck. And that's it. You begin to shape that mind. You begin to mold that beautiful, perfect creation. Because children come into this world perfect, unchanged. You know, they come in without any type of sin or stain. Maybe there's karma involved, and that goes more to a deeper level. But at the physical, at the physical dwelling, they're perfect, and everything that they acquire, whether it's racism or hate or love or compassion or forgiveness, it's all set because of you, because of the parent. And it's our duty, it's our obligation and responsibility not to damage our children. And we live in a society that perpetuates that. Now they're trying to push pedophilia. I think I heard in Netherlands they allow pedophilia. There's an organization that the law actually honors their infatuation with young kids. And this goes into Judaism. In the Talmud, they talk about the acceptability of pedophilia, and it's crazy how much this has been infiltrated and become such a cancer in our society. And it's nothing new, but now it's just such an extreme and such a level that there's more slaves as children this day and age than ever in history. And if you don't believe that, look into DUMBS, DUMBs, Deep Underground Military Bases. And I'm sure I probably would just get banned. This video will probably get banned just for bringing that one up. But this world is a lot darker and a lot more evil than most people would care to realize or care to admit or care to even look into. 800,000 children go missing every year in the United States, and we're panicked over COVID killing people. Are you kidding me? I think the real pandemic, the real issue in the world is what's going on with these children. Where the hell are these children going? And what's going on with these children? I can't. There's some words I want to say. There's some things I want you to look up, but I can't say it here because good old communist China has been ruling all of our platforms and keeping everybody suppressed. So I just have to stay on the surface. Subscribe to my BitChute channel. I'll include the link below. Those will be more uncensored videos where I can go into great detail about what's truly going on. But until then, I think that's about it. That's what I wanted to share. So I hope you guys are doing well. Please feel free to share your experiences and your struggles out there as a parent. What's been working for you? What are your struggles? What are the things that you've had to learn to overcome, or things that you know that you need to overcome for not only the benefit of yourself but the benefit of your children, and your children will go out into the world and manifest what you were basically programming them to do. So be sure, guys, to smash that love you guys. I hope you're all doing well. Wholeness and balanced vibrations. Thank you for tuning in. Show your boy some love, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.
Take back the money they sold us. Chaotic programming the media last that they sold you. The only return on investment that we're receiving is a birth certificate proving they own us. The entire system is broken. The truth is it's only reflection. We're on self-corrosion. Working our lives away just like some corporate slaves. Also we can live off a few shiny tokens. We are the chosen. This is the age of Aquarius. The times are right for us